have to do. Okay, so that's my song. It's called A minor. You can guess what key it's in. So over that, instead of just thinking about scales, you might start out just trying to play the root note until you get bored with it, which you will. To move a little lower on the list, you might try the other notes that are in the chord. So they're nearly as obvious as the root note. The next step would be to try and make the chord more interesting. And if you know anything about music theory, the way to make a minor chord more interesting is to add that note, the flat 7. Now it's a minor 7, an expensive minor chord. So now... And at this point, I guess we only have to add one more note and we've got the best scale in the world. Certainly the guitarist's best friend, the minor pentatonic scale. Those notes there. And weirdly, you can go all around the world and look at folk music from, I don't know, the Balkans, or from Egypt, or from China, or India, or anywhere really. All the folk music of the world has some kind of pentatonic scale. So if you go around the world, you might find a place where the... In blues terms, the interesting thing here is to take the scale and slow it down. Nobody wants to do that. It's not in our nature to take something we already know and then play it slower. But this is about learning the different quality in each note. And if you understand how it works for this easy scale, then you can apply that to anything else. I think best note in the world, notes that are in the chord, notes that are in the expensive chord. And if I end on that note, you know I haven't finished. You know I'm going to say something else. It's a punctuation. That's a comma. Full stop. So that's the end of the sentence. That's in the middle. That's a little bit of tension. But tension is good. If you just give people the best note all the time, they'll take it for granted. But here's the interesting thing. This note is almost wrong. So much tension. So most of us can improvise well with that that shape, because we all get taught the classic licks, and whether we think about it or not, the classic blues lick ends on the root note. You don't get famous blues licks that end there. So we're conditioned to play the right thing. With a new scale that we don't know that well, we have to be more conscious about these things.